Hello and welcome to the W.B. Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. Joined today by the head coach of the Hofstra baseball program, John Russo. Coach, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Len.
Our final W.B. Mason report of the season. Coach, let's look back on last weekend, final weekend of the season, out of conference. UMass Lowell, you split a doubleheader, lose the opening game 4-2, giving up 2 runs in the 9th inning, and then come back in the nightcap with the most, the highest offensive output of the season in an 18-11 win. Just your thoughts on the final weekend.
I thought UMass Lowell had a nice club, and if they would have been eligible for the American East, they would have finished in 4th place. But that first game, our thoughts were definitely in different spots. We were scoreboard watching Northeastern and James Madison games as they were going on, and the kids were coming off the fields asking what was happening, and even Tebbett, the pitcher, and all the guys that were throwing were all asking. And I think we made 5 errors in that first game, which is really uncommon for us. Just really got nothing going, nothing against UMass Lowell. They threw really well and played really well, but it was just hard to focus when we had so much on the line in that first one. And then, in that second game, we pretty much had our fate determined. And I kind of thought that what would have happened if we made the tournament. If they had a chance to relax, we'd let things go. And we were able to put up 18 runs, and Dorico battled through some early errors in the first inning and was able to hold on and try to get us 5 good innings. And I thought we played really good, and good to go out on a win, and good to have the offensive output we did. And I thought all the seniors got in and on the 2 games, and just tough way. It was a tough day to end, not to make the tournament again.
As you said, scoreboard watching, Northeastern and James Madison needed to lose on that final day. Both pulled out victories, eliminated the pride from the tournament. Season ends with a 20-24 record. Just your overall thoughts on the season. Obviously not the outcome that you wanted, but in the mix there had to be some good things that you saw and some things that you need to improve on moving forward.
I think this team did a great job of overcoming adversity a lot. We had over 12 games canceled due to weather, due to travel, whatever it was, and to be able to do that is, you have all these anticipations. I could have thrown more guys, but hitters could have got more at bats. The thing I was super proud of the team overall was, we had almost a 500 record on the road, which is really tough to do, especially with our early season schedule and the teams that we play. To do well in conference on the road. We overcome injuries again. You lose Rouleau during the season. You lose David Jesh after, beating a good UNC Wilmington on the road. They just had to overcome a lot, and I was super proud of the team for never quitting, never giving up, battling to that last minute, to the last second to make it in the tournament, even though we weren't playing, on that day, on that Saturday, against those teams. The guys were rooting really hard against them, and watching the games on Thursday and Friday. And the thing that this team did is they just cared about Hofstra baseball, and that's an invaluable thing.
Okay. Now, close the show on a good note. All conference teams released the other day. Hofstra places 5 players on the 3 teams. Kenny Jackson was named to the 2nd team. Matt Ford was the 3rd team selection. He was also the Defensive Player of the Year. Robbie Caffiero was named to the 3rd team as well. Brad Witkowski gets on the all-rookie team, and Brett Schreiber makes the 3rd team as a reliever. A couple of those guys, obviously seniors, the core of the team. What were your thoughts on those guys being recognized by the CA?
I thought it was really good of the CA coaches, to appreciate what they've done over their career. I don't know if Kenny, you could argue this was his worst year of his 4 years, but, to make 2nd team all-conference, I think, is the respect that he has earned throughout the league. And, he got really hot towards the end of the season and, had a decent end of the year, but, he had so much, let's say, street cred built up over the 3 years. I think everybody knows who he was. And same for Matt Ford. He didn't have as good a year offensively, I'm sure, as he wanted to, but he makes 1 error in 18 games at shortstop. They vote him Defensive Player of the Year. He makes all-conference 3rd team, which I think was great. What a great job by Rob Caffiero to, make 3rd team all-conference catcher, a position he hadn't played full-time in college, and, really played different positions to do that full-time and make all-conference. He worked incredibly hard to do that. Brad Witowski, a freshman who was hurt most of early in the season, but to come on, I mean, I could argue he was our best offensive guy late in the season and hit almost 340 and make the all-rookie team is a great achievement for him to build on next year. And, you know, the last guy, Brett Schreiber, I mean, we counted on him for the better part of 3 years. He's been our go-to guy. And like I told everybody in on the conference call on Sunday is everybody who was on the phone that night, all the coaches, he had either a win or a save against their team this year. He almost single-handedly stopped us from getting swept in any conference game this year. The only guy was Towson, and we got rained out that series. But everybody else, he had either a win and a save every weekend in conference. And, I mean, he had value in 6 of our 7 wins in conference and couldn't have done any better. And so they were all so deserving. They all worked hard, and I'm really thankful for the coaches in the league to support them and vote for them and appreciate what they've done over their career.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time, and thank you for your time this season. And I'm sure, you know, the season 2015 already started, preparations for that. So good luck with everything and have a great summer.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And you've been watching the WB Mason Coach Report on GoHofstra.com.